administration has big plans for our city. Some of the toughest, most challenged areas of Los Angeles are about to be named a promise zone. KTLA's Wendy Birch live in Pico Union with the details for us this morning. Wendy, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the goal is to get these promise zones on the path to the so-called promised land. It's all a part of President Obama's administration. They have this big initiative, and they're announcing it actually today on the anniversary when President Lyndon B. Johnson actually declared the war on poverty. Many will say it's a war that we've been losing, but this very initiative should give this troubled area here in the Pico Union District and other areas as much as $500 million over the next 10 years. Now let's take a look at the map of the areas that have been designated as the Promise Zone by the Obama administration. It's right here in Pico Union, spanning up to Westlake, over into Koreatown, and then also East Hollywood and Hollywood. And if you talk to public policy leaders here in Greater Los Angeles, they will tell you that these are some of the most underserved neighborhoods in Greater Los Angeles, where the need is so strong and yet the services just aren't what they need to be. So this initiative will last for a decade. It will pull from a number of government sources, and it will help things like housing, transportation, education, and job opportunities. You know, many policymakers and those in philanthropy often say that Los Angeles just doesn't get this sort of federal grant money. Often it goes to East Coast cities, or perhaps they just don't pay attention to LA because they think our problems are just too big to solve. So this is a huge step forward for those people who have been advocating to get federal grant money, including Mayor Eric Garcetti, who is on his way to Washington, D.C. to actually speak with President Obama tomorrow as this announcement takes one giant step forward. Hey, one other program that's really going to benefit from all of this is the Youth Policy Initiative. Now, that is a program that works within the LAUSD schools. It actually helps support school services, including before school programs and after school programs. So that's another interesting and beneficial component of all of this. If you're curious what the other promise zones are or where they are, well, there will be one in Oklahoma, one in southern Kansas, one in Philadelphia, and one in San Antonio. The ultimate goal of this program is to have 20 promise zones across the United States within the next 10 to 20 years. But for right now, all I can say is that this is very good news indeed for this area, this new promise zone here in Los Angeles.
Shalom, and all praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, and double honors to the elders of GMS. And if you notice the first part of the video, Barack Obama calls these places zones. Now, the zones that he is really referring to is these zones sitting right here on this picture. You've got these different divided sections, and these divided sections right here are basically for the case of Israel. See, when racial riots break out and martial law ensues, they're going to take the Negroes and Hispanics all the way up, even to the last but not least, our so-called fearless leaders who have sold us out. They're also going to take them and detain them and take them to concentration camps to be exterminated. And in these concentration camps, you'll be basically given the option to take the RFID chip or be put to death. And if you do take the chip, you're basically going to become a slave. Almost like prisoners do work for like 30 or 40 cents an hour. That's basically what these jakes are going to end up being like, that take the mark. You're just going to be a slave to Esau. And they're going to deputize skinheads, neo-Nazis, and the militiamen that are that hate your guts and can't wait to take you out. So this is what Barack Obama, under the power of Esau, the so-called white man, this is what he's talking about. He's not talking about zones to help you because he gives a damn about you being poor. He could care less. You are not his people. He's a Hamite. You come from Shem. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites. So this man talks with a forked tongue. He's a heathen. He like I said, once again, he could give a damn about you, but like I said, if you're the 2/3, you're gonna believe it. You're gonna die. We're not coming here to make nice. We're not going to throw a bunch of sugar on it to tell you that you're going to get out and slip away like some damn Bruce Willis movie. No, if you are not in this truth, you will die. And we'll see you in the kingdom when you're rebirthed in. So I want to read the scripture real quick because Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is come up down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. See, Esau knows his time is short, and so now he's really pushing. He's seeing all these signs in the heavens, and the wonder is he's scared out of his mind, and he knows his time is short, so he's going to push. Barack Hussein Obama is going to push. Now they're starting to really push this thing quick. Starting at verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, meaning the so-called white man, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. Now who is the woman? Israel. And who brought forth the man child? This is talking about Yahushua. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and a half a time, and from the face of the serpent. That's when we were put out of our land, and we went and hid into Africa. And we went and hid into Africa for probably over 1,000 years. And Shalakia for not knowing the exact years, but we was in Africa for a long time. And the serpent cast out his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause to be carried away of the flood. Now those are the lies and the philosophies that now we're in this captivity here in America. We are subject to because of our disobedience to the Most High. So now most of our people are deceived due to the fact that the Most High, number one, the Most High wants them to be deceived. They were evil back then. They were the same hardheads back in Egypt, and they're the same hardheads here in reincarnation now. And they're going to believe the lies of the dragon. They're going to believe the flood. But those of us who are chosen by the Most High, we've got help. We've got the word, the scriptures. We've got the archaeological finds. We've got the books, the historical books that the Most High left here and set up for us to know our heritage, and even try to learn our language to the best of our abilities. So going on with verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And this word has swallowed up the flood of lies from the so-called white man to the nation of Israel. I mean, pertaining to the elect. Verse 17. And the woman was wroth with the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and had testimony of Yahushua. Now this is going into these end times. The dragon knows that, see, we're tearing his butt up. We're tearing this devil up on the internet. We're tearing him up on the streets. And so he's upset. He's angry. He's been exposed. The chair has been taken right out from under his feet. He's getting ready to fall flat on his back. And when he stands on his feet, he's going to be put in chains and put in slavery. And this devil knows it. So this dragon is exceedingly ferocious. He's angry, and he's coming after you. And when Barack Obama, once again, when he talks about these zones, he's talking about these zones. He's trying to get your mind prepared for this thing being a norm. Well, pretty soon you'll start hearing people say, man, we're in this zone, we're getting help in this zone, and that zone. You're probably going to have rappers come out with songs about the zone. I live in this zone, I'm putting it down for this zone. I mean, it's going to be crazy. It's pure madness. But like I said, if you're not in this truth, you're going to fall for it. You're going to fall for anything. So with that being said, Shalom, Aman.